I did good this time. We're gonna do a hide and reveal with super bright colors and some shifty paints. I'll talk you through it, and in the end, you'll see it dry in full. We will start with a 20 by 20 inch canvas. And I'll cover that with my pillow paint. That is the PPG Multi-Pro. I get it from Home Depot. It's a wall paint that is not super expensive. I don't know how it is on a wall, but for this it's perfect. It's thick enough and thin enough. It's just the perfect consistency for what I like. So these are all my colors I'm going to use today. A variety of leftovers, and I really need to try your paints. I start with a staple of mine that was Prussian blue. This is one of my new favorites. It's the Interference pigment by TLP, this little piggy, and it shifts turquoise. This was a standard 2, quinacridone nickel azo gold by Golden. This one is Liquitex light blue violet. Thanks, Robin. I have an azo yellow medium from Amsterdam. And this is fluorescent magenta by Nova Color. This guy here is Tri-Art teal. Violet by Nova Color. And this one is another new TLP. This is Zimzelen. And this guy here is Potentious. So this guy is a chameleon pigment. And it has a shift over 3-4 colors, from a green to blue. You can kind of see it there, but in my cup it looks but ugly, and that's because my pouring medium dulls it a lot. Once it's dry though, it comes back to the full sparkle. Okay, I already added one layer of my azo yellow, followed by nickel azo gold, and I just put it on top of my yellow. I don't clean the spreader if I don't need to, and I don't think I need to here. The both colors are in one family and they will just be fine together. And I also scrape my leftover paints back in the nickel azo gold. I don't care if a few drops of that yellow get into that. Here's my fluorescent magenta, and I just put it in the middle. On top of that is my teal. And you guys, I just use more paint on my spatula than I need, just to make sure it flows off better. And then I just scrape the rest back in my container. That way I hardly have any waste. This is Zimzelen. Curious about that one. This is my violet by Nova Color. It tends to take over, so I'm fairly easy on it. Scrape it back into my cup. And here's my light violet. And I really enjoy alternating light and dark colors. Having different brightnesses between the colors, within the colors, gives you different brightnesses within the cells, and that makes a really cool looking cell. And that's why I put the darker Prussian blue on top of that. And the reason why I, after the Prussian blue, put on the Interference Aquamarine is because they come out so much better on the darker color than on white. There you have it. Once I'm done OCDing on that, I'll get the black out. And it's actually not black. I mixed together 2 containers. One was black, the other one was Payne's Gray by TriArt. And this, what I'm doing here, is fairly important because I mark where my paints are. Once I cover this up in black, there's no way for me to tell where my puddle is. So, done that, back to the really, really dark navy blue. Let's cover this all up. Once I covered everything up, I make sure that on the corners there is plenty of my black, so it has a lot of play and it can just move over the white paint and cover the whole canvas in the end. That is my aim. Here's my black cell activator. I start with that one. I top it with my gold cell activator. And then on top of that, I will put my potentials. Yes, I say on top of that, but I will end up flipping my palette knife. And then the cell activator will be the top layer, which is what we want. This cell creating thing only works if your cell activator, cell juice, Floetrol, and blah is on top of everything else. And here you can see how my marks help me figuring out where to start swiping. You can't see much, but as soon as I see just a tiny amount of paint peeking through my cell activators, I know I've done the right pressure and I know that I will see colors in the end in that spot. Okay, let's load up the palette knife again. I do the same order and not going crazy. I do minimal stuff on a hide and reveal because otherwise it would not make any sense. If you interrupt everything too much, you don't see that there's actually faux black pillow on there, and yeah, the whole technique doesn't make sense anymore. Here we go. That was the second swipe. Still have some cell juice on my palette knife, and you can reuse that, no problem, but be aware there is pillow paint on that palette knife too. You want to be so careful not getting the white on top of your other colors. I can't stress that enough, and if you're not sure, just clean the palette knife and load it up new. Let's see if I can shape this a little bit with a few blows. I don't want to go too splattery. I just want to, shape my swipes with the blow. I guess I just said the same thing twice, just differently. So with the swipes, I was a little bit hesitant. You see colors, but you do not see the yellow and the magenta yet. It's possible that they will come up, but there was so much paint on there, and the palette knife was not, with the pressure I put on, was not able to reveal all the paints. And look at that. But with the blow, I'm able to go a little bit deeper and push the paint a little bit more, so the yellow comes up and the magenta comes up. I will keep doing this, and while you watch me do it, I want to invite you to check out the Fluid Art Lakeside Retreats. It's a very intimate event where a group of 15 people all together come together and paint. I will host one of those retreats end of May 30th to June 2nd. We're going to have 2 classes each day. We're going to eat together, we're going to drink together, we're going to have fun together, we're going to talk paint and other stuff. The link is in the description. The price for this workshop is all inclusive. You get accommodation at cabins at the lake, you get food, you get drinks, you get all the materials, you get the classes, and we get to hang. Another opportunity is in Dallas, Texas in March, so that will be before May. The difference is it's a bigger event. There is more teachers, not only me, but there is 6 classes per teacher, so a ton of opportunities to meet your favorite artists and to learn from them. And we also have a gala dinner, we do Q&A, we have a meet and greet. There's going to be a raffle, there's going to be a gallery, very fun. The link for that is also in the description. And the third thing, if you want to learn this in person from me without all the distractions, shoot me an email. Check out my homepage for my custom workshops. You can come to my studio and I'll teach you firsthand. So where are we at the painting? Oh, I'm tilting. Guys, tilting takes time. And since my paints are so thick, they move very slowly. For me, it's like meditation, watching the paint do its thing, moving it in a direction, and kind of negotiating, but also working together with the paint is so much fun. So I will spin more, I will tilt more, and I will probably put you on music now. In the end, I'll show you the dried results. Thanks for being here, guys. I think this painting turned out so cool. I love it. And I might work on it a little more.